In this video, we'll be looking at second overloaded method of grouping by, and where we need to provide a classifier and also downstream. So let's look at the example. Here I have a list of names and I have modified the name from Syed to Sid in this case because I will be looking for a filtering operation on the basis of a character E, and even Syed has also E, so that's why I modified Syed to Sid in this case. So let's see how we can provide these two parameters in grouping by. So collectors.groupingBy string.length, and then the second parameter is a filtering. So we are doing is the filtering operation on the collectors, and as contains, if string contains E, then collectors.toList, then collect it to a list. So in this case you can provide two arguments. Now let's implement this example in IntelliJ. So let's create a new class, new Java class, and this class name is grouping example 2. And let's create a public static void main. So first example, what we'll be doing is that we'll be grouping by length of a string and also checking that the names contains E and only return those names which has E in it. So let's create a string of names is equal to list.off, and names are Sid, Mike, Jenny, Jean, and Rajiv. Now it will be returning, so when we is running a grouping operation, it will be returning us a map of integer because the length of the string is the integer value, and it will return us the list of string which contains the names. And let's see, result is equal to name dot stream and dot collect and collectors dot grouping by, and the first parameter here is string length, and the second parameter is collectors dot filtering, and here inside the filtering will be providing a predicate. So let's move this down to the next line, and this predicate is s dash and s dot contains, in this case, E. And also collectors dot toList. This is a string, so we need to convert into a string instead of character. Okay. Now let's print out the result. Now let's run this program. So you can see that it printed out 3 because Sid has 3 characters in it, but it does not pass through our filter where as contains E. So this is empty. 4 Mike and Jean, 5 Jean, Jenny, and 6 is Rajiv. Now let's look at another example. So we look at example of grouping by, where we group by the instructor if they have more than 10 years of experience and classify them under senior and junior. And also we looked at an example where we where we group them by whether they teaches online courses. Now combine both of them into one operation, and we can do that by using the grouping with two operands. So let's implement this. So this is example is instructor grouping them by senior and junior. The senior is greater than 10 years of experience and junior is less than 10 years of experience, and filter them on online courses. So it will return map of a string and then list of instructor, and instructor by experience and online is equal to instructors dot get all dot stream dot collect, and here collectors dot grouping by, and inside this grouping by, first what we were doing is that we were creating our own custom. So instructor and instructor dot get years of experience. Let's move this down, is greater than 10, and then they will be classified as senior, otherwise junior. So this is the first parameter. Now the second parameter is collectors dot filtering, and inside this filtering s dot is online courses, filtering, and s dot is here let's remove this braces, and s dot is online courses, and collectors dot to list and semicolon at the end. Okay. Now let's print out the instructors by experience and online dot for each, and key and value, and here south v and plus value plus value. Now let's run this program. Let me just print out a separator here. System dot out dot println, and so here you can see that it filtered out, or it basically created a category junior, and the value of junior is Mike, years of experience 10, and online course is true, and Mike is only there because there were other instructors like Jenny, but Jenny doesn't teach online, so she is filtered out. And in senior we have Anthony and Syed because both of them teaches online. So that was an example of two parameters. with groupingBy.